play your best one going up against the Cincinnati Fear's very own Geist.
All right, let's go. Getting set up, Geist, who had recently gotten, like 17th, I believe, at Riptide now, coming through. Gets the Greninja already starting off pretty strong, trying to keep him by the ledge, playing very patiently, waiting in shield. Probably should try to get more of those up Bs out of shields, but gets caught with the up tilt into the back air, into the fair right after that.
Yeah, one thing I definitely want to be seeing through Tarik throughout this entire set is going to be a lot of these up tilts on the engages here. But one of the things that I just love about Geist in total is the way that Geist is able to pressure you off stage with quite literally everything. Just Bayonetta staring in your face. It's like, what are you going to do, huh?
I thought it was going to be a retaliation right off of that, too. With that push hitbox from the up B, gets the re-grab, tries to go for a hard read on that down smash, thinking that Tarik is going to go for a low recovery. Instead, he ended up jumping, just so that way he could jump around that platform. Going for that high recovery. Again, a lot of patience, too, from both of these players, just waiting to see if you get that one hit that leads into a high-string combo.
Yeah, got to talk about it too. I feel like Geist is really waiting for Tarik to kind of be the initiator here. We saw the witch twist onto the dash attack there. So now Geist trying to go for the forward smash, not going to be able to find anything. So now Tarik. One of the cool things about Greninja is that you're quite literally very slippery, and that goes into your movement as well. You have tons of ways that you can kind of go in and invade. But the thing is, like, we need to start getting some stocks, bro.
Especially when you can't get that drag down into that down smash. Instead, you get witch timed, and then the up smash for free from Geist, served on a silver platter, gets another drag down, but again, tech roll out. Geist is currently always ready for that. Does get slapped with the fair. See if he can go for a low recovery into the air dodge so that way he can get onto the ledge.
Still though, it's looking so close, and once again, it's the way that Geist is spacing where we're so confident, but Tarik will be able to respond with the smash attack there, as now Geist going to play a little bit more aggressively, but I feel like we're seeing the same thing from both players. Like, I'm going to adapt to your initiation in, but now Tarik still just trying to figure out the spacing here.
And tries to clip him with that up down tilt and actually ended up getting him in the air. Runs, chases Tarik down. Geist putting in so much of this damage. Doesn't give him that free shuriken, is able to go for a low recovery to get onto the ledge and avoids these fairs. He's literally dancing all around Tarik's space right now.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's what you can do with Bayonetta with that much aerial mobility. The bats within as well. Such a bummer, too, if you're Tarik. There we go, though. Trying to read it out. Yeah, right. We're trying to get to that point where we're just trying to read where we're going here in terms of movement. I feel like both players are showing each other a very massive amount of respect. The up tilt back air is going to connect here as Geist now going to try and finish this off, at least for game one here. Tarik still being very sneaky and will be able to find the forward smash.
A lot more patience now being displayed. I mean, little late at this point when you're on your last stock, but it's just waiting to see where Geist is going to land in front of him before committing to an option.
Okay, up throw. And honestly, Tarik has been at a slow chip this entire game one, which is very, very impressive too. The patience on this player is fantastic.
Wow.
Up tilt, back air, not going to be enough. Going for potentially the bullet time here, but great spacing on the back air that does do it here. There's the nair, as now unsafely from Geist going to air dodge, and that's going to be Tarik holding on and clutching that out.
And that was him waiting like we saw before. He didn't commit to it. He waited for an opportunity to see if he could have gotten it on that second stock, didn't get it, didn't even use it, then waited at the very end where it would matter, and it scooped him from the first hit into the second hit right above him on that platform.
Yeah. Really, really good stuff from both players, but of course you gotta shout out Tarik for that. After especially just that, like, stock one, automatically losing it, all of that fear off the stage, and now Tarik being able to stabilize so well. Guys, gonna have to dig deep just a little bit, see where exactly we are going to go here, but once again, it's been a very enjoyable set. It's been a little bit, like, slower pace than some of our other sets that we've had so far, but that's because I truly think they're trying to download each other and adapt to each other very well.
So most of the time that we've seen off the rip, you see both players play extremely aggressive heavy until, all right, there's that flow that starts building up and that momentum starts going into one or the other's favor. But in this case, it was Geist that was taking the helm of the ship right here, and it was Tarik who slowed things down significantly on that last stock. I said it may be a little late, but you never count it out for an opportunity like this. Well, does get caught by that witch twist, the double witch twist, make it 3 after he gets the reset on the ledge.
Jeez,
that's so much. He just went from 0, and it's just still going. He's still going.
Bro, the platform reset is just like everything from the ledge. Tarik, please.
Trying to play the game.
Yeah, right? Like, come on. Let him get something in. There we go. We got the back air starting us off, though. Bats within, though, going to be able to bail Geist out. Here comes the up tilt up air. I actually really like this stage for both characters, too, because once those platforms really go away, that gives Tarik and Geist both time to kind of freestyle across the stage.
So true, actually. Does get that back air, but unfortunately, he's going to have the sweet spot on it, so he can't get that stock. 123 here. I love the utilization, though, of the fairs from Geist, too. Even doesn't commit to the full fairs, just waits to drag him down, and then commits to a different option.
Okay, there is the dash attack, and going to be able to find the reset once again on the platform. Tarik playing so strong right now, but of course we are on Town and City. Up till back air.
Yeah, I'm gonna get that combo in real quick just to even things out. Can't get too excited. Up B. Doesn't the damage here, but doesn't get the reset that we had seen at the very beginning of this game, at least here. Tarik managing to dash away before trying to commit to that dash attack, just to try to keep Geist by the ledge.
Yeah, and still now Geist kind of doing the ledge tricks as always here, but Tarik being able to escape and evade. But once again, now we're kind of back into this touch and go type of neutral here, where both of them just trying to find one hit in. The witch twist and the nair down is going to be kind of parried here, so now allowing for Tarik to get something started. But once again, Geist using the platforms, as we've seen a lot of players use so far today. It's kind of that movement option. Finds the first back air, lining up for the second, but Geist just going to evade kind of passively.
Yeah, and we saw that he was able to tech originally on that platform, but Tarik had put him in a situation where he couldn't parry, or rather tech on that second opportunity. Tries to get the follow-up from the fair to get the jump right away. Geist fighting for their life, tries to get the witch time here, avoids that, but on the platform as he moves away, oh, that was so close.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite terms that we have in Smash Brothers that nobody talks about, getting stretchered. Because you just kind of, they kind of just take you out of there like a stretcher. Still, though, it is going to be Tarik going to be able to find the stock, as now Geist is going to eat a forward air into the dash attack as well. And now Geist having to find a way in. But once again, we talked about this game number one. The up tilts, Vicky, have been beautifully placed by Tarik to stop all initiations in by Geist.
It's true, but these bats within, though, the scoop up on the up tilt into the bread and butter in the back air. Geist now at 44%. Tarik fresh on this last stock. Tries to overextend with these up airs into the back air. Ooh. Oh, that was the first time we actually get to see the Shadow Sneak there.
Yeah, that was cool, right? And I think a lot of players try and utilize that a lot, but it's better when you quite literally just kind of sneak it in, and then you're able to kind of throw your opponent off guard. But once again, this set has been really enjoyable because it's been a little bit more of a slower burn, but it's been more of a methodical burn. I mean, Geist is still going for a lot of these unsafe air dodges that I don't like, Vicky.
It's giving me a heart attack here just looking at the way that Geist has been air dodging around the up smashes, too. That's how he lost that game in the previous game, when he air dodged on that platform. Now trying to avoid that here. Gets a tech roll in on the platform. But Tarik is still trying to shark from underneath.
Okay, still Geist trying to find it. Will be able to find the witch twist up into the ABK. But once again, Tarik being so slippery as Greninja able to evade a little bit more. Geist, though, not going to give up here. Still finding a little bit of the combo on Town and City, though. Not going to be able to finish it off just yet. But this is a lot of rage on Bayonetta here. So now Tarik having to play a little bit more carefully here, because an up tilt back air right at the ledge is definitely going to do it. But it does not matter. Just Tarik with these call-outs, straight-faced.
Just stares at him in the face while he just stands in place and takes the forward smash. All right.
You got it.
I mean, he wanted one thing, which this is the problem now with Bayo, is that unless you get that up tilt into back air, you could struggle a little bit when it comes to finishing off and securing that stock there too, exactly. As light as she is, having to dance around, Greninja Tarik has been playing so patiently, was able to rob that first game. I say rob because, man, he was at like 160-something at
164
that point. Yeah.
For like, I want to say close to like 15 to 30 seconds. And that, at that point, you're a glass cannon, right? You have all that rage, but your Greninja, you're a little bit lighter. You could easily just be thrown off. Tarik, very, very calm as Geist trying to dig in deep. I just want to say, like, while we're in between games as well, I just want to give a shout out to Cincinnati Fear. Literally a team sponsored by the city of Cincinnati, which is super, super cool. They have Doorstop on there, and then they also have Jigbugs. And big shout out to all three of them. They're great people from, you know, the great land of Ohio, which I don't know if has ever been said, but I actually really like this pick for Smashville here. So we're actually going to just kind of keep it a little bit more close quarters, Vicky, as now Tarik doesn't really have a lot of places to run and hide.
Good spot here for Geist to work with, too. Although did want to utilize the Town and City originally from those blast zones, especially off those fairs and the strings that we've been seeing Geist utilize. But double up air here with less space. Tarik has less ability to shark from underneath these platforms and add in the extra pressure. Oh, he was zooming. Does get caught from Geist trying to make his way back onto the stage. But it's using that middle platform a lot, too, that we're noticing here.
Yeah, absolutely, right? And that's one of the things you can use with the Smashville platform, right? You can control a ton of space here. But once again, I always feel like the stages that Geist goes to not only like benefits Geist, but also can benefit Tarik as well. These down tilt forward airs are also going to kill Bayo very early, but this is why we're here. There's the up tilt back airs. Geist going to be able to go up.
That was a double scoop ice cream, too. He got it twice. He got it first on the bottom part of the platform before finding the opportunity to get it again while it was extended. Now playing patiently, and while having the lead here, you already know what Tarik is trying to go for. Tries to get the grab originally.
Greninjas only want one thing, Vicky.
It's disgusting.
And it's disgusting. Great parry, though, up tilt into the up air. Unable to get the drag down, but we find the second scoop, as you were saying. Tarik fighting back. Even game as Geist going to be able to kind of adjust in the chair right now. Honestly, I feel like the set has been so touch and go in momentum, but Tarik has always just been able to pull ahead by a thread.
It's so close, too. Even despite it saying 2-0 currently right now, Tarik is at match point, gets the double up air, tried to get the drag down that time around, but lands right behind him instead. The dash back, too, just trying to see if he can catch a roll if Geist goes for one. Instead catches him close to the ledge.
Ooh, okay, I like the pickup coming out from Geist here. Unable to get the witch twist up again as Tarik going to be able to evade, but that was a very bold move down. That allows for Tarik to go into advantage here on the edge guard, using the witch twist up to create some space, and finds a beautifully spaced back here. But look at this, Tarik literally jumping in the face of Geist, saying, I know exactly what you want, and I know the space to go around it.
Whipping out on that grab, gets the drag down. Oh no, he's gonna roll in, catches him. Great DI, 124 surviving from Geist before he makes his way back to the ledge.
Forward throw here, not going to be enough, so now here comes the bullet time to stack on some more damage. I'm loving how Geist is always just going down there, Vicky, and you can tell a little bit more confidence as Geist right now going to lead 2 stocks to 1 right now, but as we've seen for this entire set, this stock is not staying around.
It was at the apex, too, of that witch twist, so that way you get that back air in place. Tries to catch him, but a nice high recovery from Tarik while he makes his way back. Patient play from the Nair into trying to call out a jump with the up air.
So close too, like it's just spacing wars over and over again. It's so tense here too. Guys doing a good job of holding on to the stock though, but there's the pickup.
The weight.
And the weight once again, Vicky. We'll see what's gonna happen, but great mashup from Geist here. All we have to do is live and survive, but there's the Nair. It's not going to be enough. Greninja Nair, I don't know the last time I saw that.
But he's at 156 and it's on Bayo too here. Literally hanging by a thread. Geist, while he gets the grab here, catches the landing with the Nair, tries to scoop him up with the dash attack, but the up tilt is going to send him up, still retreating towards the ledge, though, and avoiding these fares.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the spacing right now is so important. I'm still seeing Geist do a little bit of this unsafe air touch around, and I'm like, oh, God, like every single time. Water, though, is going to not be the decider here on this stock, but I got to talk about it, though. I mean, Tarik has surmounted a lot of damage onto this final stock. He is able to kind of even it back up, and now you have a fresh Bayonetta to deal with. Now, granted, we could go back to game 1 and say it doesn't really matter, but still, I think Geist is definitely stabilized at this point.
A lot better, too, in just dancing around Tarik's space without getting ahead of himself. Gets the grab at 130, tries to go fish for that back air, but Tarik is going to go right around Geist. Look at the way he's just standing there, staring at him.
Yeah, absolutely, right? It's all up to these Wild West standoffs when it comes to interactions. So it will be Geist finding the pickup there of the up tilt back air, and that will be Geist still staying alive in this set. 2-1, though.
And it was understanding the win condition right there, too, knowing that it just takes one up tilt to just nail down that game. Finally put a point on the board here. Tarik, that's why he was just waiting patiently on the other side, seeing if maybe Geist could fish for more jumping around his space, whether it be these back airs, maybe he could try to capitalize off of getting a down tilt or something going here. But Geist finally was able to set the standard, get a point here. 2-1. It's been very close, even in the 2 games that Tarik had taken, especially that first game. But mentality-wise, Tarik understanding that he couldn't take that stock, and Geist lived for so long, with Bayo living up to over 180% at that time. You could try to get a little ahead of yourself, gets a little bit more aggressive, but he actually stayed put, was rather patient despite that.
Yeah, absolutely. Really good stuff, both players. It's really nice to see both of these players here, too. Once again, these are both, like, really great heroes of their own, like, respective scenes as well. So, here we go. Game number 4. Geist starting to snowball back here, but Tarik definitely wants to keep strong. It's going to be the first time I've seen Kalos literally like the entire weekend.
Actually, yeah. All right. Mr. Worldwide himself here going all over the stage set list. Gets the grab, sending him onto that platform.
Just had to throw the Miami one in there.
You guys always got to do one at least.
You guys don't know, Vicky's from Miami. She lets everyone know. Anyway, though, this is a really good stage, I think, for Tarik, too, right? Because we have that open kind of center where we're able to kind of slide in with these dash attacks as well. But also, I'm liking this for Geist, too. I mean, I feel like these characters both kind of benefit from both of these stages, from every stage, actually, that we've seen today.
It's the utilization of the platform, too, this time around being a little bit higher than what we have seen in the previous stages, as Geist still putting on so much pressure, controlling the air, gets the scoop up on the up tilt into the combo of the back air.
One's got to hurt, too, but now Geist definitely starting off a little bit better, too. Has not taken too much damage on this first stock either, so now Tarik having to find a way to catch up here. Here it is, going to be able to find the up air, but here we go. Once again, one of the best things that I've seen about Tarik this entire set has been the follow-ups, very, very consistently.
And after the drag down, doesn't automatically commit to an option, waits to see where Geist is going to go first before deciding that, tries to get the B reverse on the shuriken and the scoop up, but is going to mistime that, unfortunately, allowing Geist to get right back.
I also like how Geist is always potentially throwing out the witch time as well, too, just in case Tarik decides to take a little bit of a faster approach. Witch time not going to lead into anything, but Tarik going to be able to thread the needle with the forward air. Very, very, very good stuff.
Also nice to note that now being on the stage, they could utilize the wall cling, too, from both of these characters. Sending them all the way around. The witch twist, though, coming into the nair. Again, just patient play, and he could actually play a lot more patiently with those water shurikens if he really wants to, but Cat gets caught in the witch was so close to the blast zone.
Yo, Geist is up. Like, Geist decided to just kind of wake up. I mean, every single game that we've seen so far from Geist, I mean, like, it's about these, like, 100% stock to stock, but now Geist taking his time just a little bit more every single time and saying, you know what, how about instead of you adapting to me, I'll adapt to you. Great nair there is now Geist once again throwing out the witch time, but good punish by Tarik. And granted, it's not going to take the stock, but it's a good option.
I just love how Tarik just rolled onto the ledge, and then Geist just rolls behind him twice, so that way he could be actually behind Tarik instead.
No you, no me.
Exactly. Nice parry right here, tries to go for the witch time. Can't get the follow-up, though, off of the fair. Is chasing after him the entire time while Geist is on a roller coaster of his own.
So close, though, too. I mean, Geist, once again, you don't want to lose this stock. Kalos Pokemon League with a little bit of a weird ceiling here, too, which is why some players like to go kind of away from it. But it's also kind of known for this big open battlefield that you got. Still, though, Tarik going to be able to find the forward air, and now we are still on match point for Tarik here. Geist has to find a way to get more of this damage off, as now Tarik going to be able to get the rapid jab, 16%, not a bad kind of consolation prize. Now you're giving Bayonetta all this room to kind of run around here. There we go, witch twist up, once again, ABK, and still just, once again, this weave in and weave out. I don't have the opportunity, bet I'll let it go, I'll find it again.
Oh my goodness,
Are you
damage!
dead?
Damage! Off of the fair string into the rapid jab isn't enough. Also, no rage here. You're at 16% if you're looking at Geist. Just waiting on the other side, tries to catch him with the back air. This is the Bayo struggle currently right now.
Still, though, I mean, they did buff that rapid jab at
Yeah.
one point, and it's so strong now, but now you're giving Greninja a ton of rage here. Does not matter, though. Geist going to even up the set. 2 games to 2, excuse me. So we're going into game number 5, Vicky.
All right, another one. And another banger
I'll
out
take
here.
it.
We love to see it.
Yeah, no, Geist is woken up.
I mean, again, the first 2 games that we saw Tarik take were incredibly close. That first one being basically highway robbery out here, now was able to retaliate, even out the score, 2-2 apiece.
Do you go back is the question. If you're Tarik, where do you go?
Not Kalos.
Yeah, no. Now we good.
Looks like we're going to Battlefield out
Oh,
here.
what's the song counter pick? I always judge people. Okay,
Oh,
this
very
is okay.
small Battlefield. Okay.
The Zelda song, you and I both love Wind Waker.
Oh, absolutely.
I remember
One
when
of
we
my
both got our
favorite
Wind
games of
Waker
all
tattoos,
Yup.
like very close to each other. We're like, all right, come on.
My favorite games of all time. The first game I ever beat as a kid. All right.
Same. God.
Let's dive into it, guys. Our 5th game here in the series going forward. This is the same stage, by the way, that Tarik was able to rob that game away from Geist while he was up basically an entire stock before Tarik at 162, I believe it was able to retaliate, get that up smash right below the platform, which is something he's going to look out for this time around.
I got to say, I'm loving the way that we're kind of seeing the synchronized dash out, dash in, too. Once again, there's a lot of respect between both of these players. They have a ton of ways to get really great damage strings, as well as now Tarik and Geist both going to be on the left side of the stage here. One of the things that I love about both of these characters, too, is they can kind of hang out off stage, kind of like threaten you and kind of put you into these weird positions here. But it seems like Geist now playing a little bit more of the keep away game, and now Tarik is kind of being the cat here in the cat and mouse game.
Yeah, I don't think that down smash was on purpose there too from Geist on that platform. The air dodge does get punished, but the bats within coming in clutch. Tries to scoop him up with the up tilt, but he's hitting Ghost instead. Tarik on the other side here is going to get caught by the witch twist from Geist, sending him all the way up, taking him to get more damage to finish off with that up air.
Oh, okay, gonna be able to get out of there, and honestly, the platform coming in to be the savior here. Once again, we're back into this Wild West neutral where nobody kind of wants to pull the trigger first. There it is, the slide, waits for the option here, but Tarik going to be able to find the reset, but still Geist living it out. That's so unfortunate.
Yeah, the fact that, too, he didn't have a jump, I believe, on off stage right there. Tarik was putting in so much pressure, but he was able to get right back, avoids that landing fair from Tarik. Dash back into the grab, like we keep seeing, like you mentioned too, Lyric. Tries to get the scoop up. Just playing close to the ledge here. The witch time, though, no follow-up right afterwards. He can't.
Yeah, honestly, it was just too short, and
Yeah.
Bayonetta was just too far away, right? Usually, a lot of times, you'll see, like, the smash attack there, like there, but still Tarik going to line up for the water shuriken, not going to be able to find anything. So now Geist has to find a way to make it back. We'll be able to grab ledge, and I like just passively getting out there. A lot of the times, players are waiting for you to kind of go in with an aggressive option. Sometimes, all you need to do is just stand right up.
Yeah, because they're not expecting that, too. Just not swinging right away. Instead, trying to bait out that aggressive option. Catches the landing with that forward smash now. 92%, still holding on to all three stocks here.
It's such a patient and careful neutral from both players, right? A lot of people would see this set of smash and be like, this is going a little bit too slow, but it's not, right? It's so patient.
Geist is going for a lot more witch times than we have seen throughout the course of the previous few games. Gets that scoop up with the up tilt, doesn't immediately go for the follow-up. He's at 36%. Doesn't really have the rage to follow up at this percent against Greninja. Bats within coming in clutch too, is able to allow him to land right back to the stage quickly to avoid that fair.
Trying to get something going here, but still, I mean, once again, it's so slow in terms of the neutral here. Up tilt back air, though, will kind of slide right in, take that stock for Geist here, but Tarik now comes down with a mission, finds the up air, but the bats within, going to be bailing Geist out of the forward air here. And now, once again, it's always this cat and mouse. Who's going to swing first? What approach and what option am I going to go for? How can I adapt to you? It's so patient. It's so careful.
Yeah, because if Tarik tries to jump around Geist's space, he's just going to get caught right there, actually, like you saw with the witch twist, too. The patient play once again. Geist is going solo constantly.
Oh, not a game 5.
Beyblade let it ripped all the way down to the blast one, unfortunately, right there.
Hate to see it happen in Game 5, too. That's our second SD that we've seen in Game 5 back-to-back. I hate to see it, but Geist not going to let it kind of deter him from the mission right now, but this is a really, really go point for Tarik, right? Tarik has been very, very careful, and now we have a little bit of leeway to kind of play a little bit more kind of crazy here. Finds the back air. There's the dash attack, but bats within once again, stopping the up air damage. As now Geist going to be able to find the ABK onto stage, trying to weave the back air. That would have been great, but here comes Tarik with a little bit of rage, too. Geist has to be so careful with the way that he's been off stage, because you know Tarik's just looking for a forward air to end it all.
Absolutely. That's why he went for the down air there just in case. Shifted his momentum so that way he could get right back to that ledge. Patient play to catch the landing. Where do you want to go? The middle part of the stage? That's fine. He's able to retaliate, get the up tilt into the back air here too. Stuck by the ledge once again on his last stock, 85%.
Yeah, absolutely. It's so tense right now. The neutral is just so important right now, but will it be the down tilt up smash? It will, and that will be Tarik taking it 3-2 over Geist. You hate